Before I introduce the presenter, just wanted to say that I know you all have heard people say Caravan is a pyramid, Caravan is a scam, all of this nonsense, okay? Well, you have to think about it and look at people that are working on their job, the employees, supervisors, managers, and you got, the president is working for and spending all your time and your life wasting away working for them, So, you definitely want to start building your own economy in your own home with Caravan. So you are definitely in the right place at the right time. But just wanted to say, it's not a scam because our CEO sent 135 affiliates to Hong Kong to witness 135 kilos of Debbie Shaw, she was one of the affiliates, and myself. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna introduce the presenter. He's an awesome man of God. He's a father, a husband, has 2 boys. He came to an event just like this, sat on the front row, and Mr. Delco was doing the presentation. So he was all cool with the little dreads and everything. So and went home. And when he went home, he decided. He says, Carl, he got a VIP pack, and he got his wife a gold pack, and he's been on fire ever since. So without further ado, let me introduce to you Mr. Daniel Higgins, who will be doing this.
It is good to see all these handsome and beautiful faces. Welcome to KickStart Your Dreams. I'm super excited to be here to share this great information with you. Give a big round of applause for our MC, Ms. Roslyn. And the Vicks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for sharing that story. You guys know how I feel about you. I've told you over and over again. That needs to be on YouTube now, okay? It's live on Facebook. Might as well be on YouTube now. I always encourage people to share their success stories because 3 years ago I was sitting in a presentation just like this one. Everything changed now. For the good, for the better. Everything changed.
We want to hear you back.
Yes.
So
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
If you guys cannot hear me, you let me know. Because I'm normally dialing it down when I do things, but now I get to turn it up. All right, so we talked a lot about the dreams, right? We just talked about traveling the world for
Free.
For free.
All expense paid.
For free. So dreaming, traveling, if having that big house, that big car is part of your dreams, Caravan International is a vehicle to get you there. Okay? Oh my goodness, it is there to get you. So, one great thing that I've experienced while I was in LA, we do international meetings and things like that. We did a Celebrate Freedom meeting in LA, and I got to hear and see people from all over the world. I met people from the Bahamas, from Canada, from all over the world. Shook their hands, heard success stories from people all over the world. And one lady in particular, she actually used Caravan International to fund her son's college.
Wow.
Okay, so when we talk about funding your dreams, we're talking about it. It's real. We can do this. We can connect. But we got to tell you guys, most people are on a certain plan and path. Okay? Now let me tell you a little bit about me. Daniel Higgins. I'm a graduate from Shorter University. I have a degree in business management, and that's all good and that's all fine, but that doesn't guarantee and help you create financial freedom. Okay? So that normal path of going to school, getting an education, and graduating, that path alone will not make you head to the success that is financial freedom. Okay? So, what did I do after I graduated Shorter? I got a job. This plan sounds real familiar, right?
Yeah.
The Vicks alluded to it, right? They were on that same path, okay? And there's nothing wrong with the job. There's nothing wrong with having a career that you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, that's a little different. But there's nothing wrong with that. The real thing about success is when you make up your mind to do something, you're on that successful path and you take those steps to get there, right? We're talking about how can you live your dream, and we're talking about how can we create financial freedom. The job is not going to get us there, okay? It's just not. Now, let's talk about some facts to help back up what I'm talking about. So the U.S. Census Bureau did a survey, okay, on the path that is the employee. Okay, so if you stick to just that path, out of 100 people that are supposed to be at retirement age, why is it 65 the retirement age? I still don't know what that is. Do we all know that retirement is not an age?
Yeah. Yes.
What's retirement? A number. Reduced income. Somebody said reduced income. Okay, well, we want to fix that too, because that should not be the case. But you got pension, Social Security disappearing.
That's right.
But out of 100 people, so out of 100 people that follow just the employee path, one is wealthy.
CEO.
Mr. Douglas said the CEO. Alright? So you have 1 out of 100. That is not good math. I'm a business major. You got it. Hey, I'm a business major, not a math major, but that I don't like that math at all. I don't like that math. So 3 are still going to be actively working, okay? And I have to say, I know a lot of those people. Where do they work? Work in the Army. So 3 are actively working at age 65. 4 have enough to retire. 63. You see those numbers jump?
Yeah.
63 are dependent on someone else, something else. And 29 are deceased. I remember Mr. Allen Austin was talking during one of our Let's Go weekends. And he said, he was talking to a coworker. And that Friday, the coworker grabbed her chest. At work. She's unfortunately part of that staff. It's a horrible staff. So we gotta fix that. That's not the path to financial freedom. Okay? It's not the path. I get worked up about this, guys. Okay? Like I said 3 years ago, sitting in a presentation just like this, everything changed. Everything changed. In my past, I used to work 2 to 3 jobs. I was a real Caribbean man, as they would say. Some of you guys know. Unfortunately. Where are you going to your job? And again, they're in a different uniform, they're still going to. It's just one of those crazy things, right? But that illustrates too, working hard, is that the way to financial freedom? No. If that was the truth, my dad would have been wealthy. He was a welder. He spent a lot of time on those ships. A lot of time. He worked hard. His body paid the price for it. Right? So we gotta ask ourselves a very honest, transparent question. If the task, job, or career you perform was ever meant to make you wealthy and give you true freedom, don't you think it would have happened by now?
Oh, yeah.
So time for a reality check. Time for a reality check. You know, I had a very candid conversation with my father, kind of towards the tail end. He was battling cancer, and he really tried to be transparent. And the thing about my dad, he doesn't really talk. He's not the talker, okay? He's not the talking dad. He's not that guy, okay? He's very quiet, but when he would speak, I'm all ears. And he was just expressing his regrets about not preparing ahead. Not preparing ahead. So, are you getting what you want out of life? Ask that serious question. Then ask, is there a better way? I have to go through this cash flow quadrant. It is so important. There are 4 legal ways. Say 4. And say legal. There are 4 legal ways to create income. Okay? So, there's no right or wrong answer. This is not a test. We're no longer in school. What are your values? What are your goals? Let me explain something. If you're just an employee, if you hang out just in that quadrant, everything depends on your ability to perform. If you are sick and unable to perform, do they still pay you?
No.
You can love your job. You can be talented at your job. You can be skilled at your job. That's all good. But you won't be able to perform at certain times. So that's limiting. Another thing that's limiting is you gotta sleep every once in a while. Like I said, 3 jobs. I wasn't getting much sleep during that time in my life. Okay? Now, you can slide over to self-employed, which is quite all right. We have a lot of great, successful people have their own practices, things like that. Once again, you're limited with time. If you're unable to come in and perform, one of our amazing leaders in Carrot Bars, he's a chiropractor by trade. An accident took him out of his practice. And he was making bank. But you know what was wrong with him making bank? He was spending it all. So, he ended up broke. Twice, yep. It's really interesting. You got to hear his story. So get back with the person who invited you. You got to hear Dr. Dennis Staggerwell's story. It is literally riches to rags to riches to just all over the place, you know? But it illustrates very clearly that being self-employed, if you want to be financially free, you can't stay in any of these quadrants forever. You got to shift over to business owner. Okay? This is the part of the quadrant where you have leverage. You have a team. You have a group of 500 or more. You have a system to tap into. And I got to tell you, I love that Ronald McDonald, I love that that's up there. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie The Founder. It is an amazing movie. It lays out how the McDonald's brothers created this amazing system. But guess what? Ray Kroc is a person who took that system and actually made it into what we know McDonald's to be today. He tapped into franchising. He tapped into connecting with other business people. And he just created a system of duplication that's huge because the whole system runs with or without your efforts. So now we slide to the right side of the cash flow quadrant. Now we're tapping into leverage. It's not dependent on just your hard work and labor. And then we slide over to investor, where your money starts making money for you. I have some exciting news, and I said this a lot, and I'll say it again. Carrot Bars International operates in both sides of that cash flow quadrant. And I'm going to walk you guys through that. That is building true wealth. All right? So the biggest part of education, we don't knock education. We want you to focus on financial education.
Amen.
Because that's the part that is missing.
Yes.
That's the part that we didn't know about. That's what we're missing. So let's talk about it. First part of your financial education, pay yourself first.
Yes.
One thing I have to say, if you never pay yourself first, did you get paid?
No.
If you paid everyone else and not you, you didn't get paid.
That's right.
Wait a minute. Who did all the work?
You did.
All right? So, many working Americans they have less than $10,000 of savings. Read this book, listen to this audio, it'll get you set up. Now, we talked about doing things without your effort. So, number 2, you gotta create residual income. That is a fancy word for saying successful people know if you don't find out how to make money while you sleep, you're gonna work until you die. Unfortunately, I gave you an illustration. Someone worked until they died. I apologize for being a little brash, but if you don't do something different, if you don't do something different, okay? So you gotta find a system that connects you to leverage. Okay, so that's one thing that's gonna be huge. And here's another thing, you gotta solve for taxation. Unfortunately, on the backs of the employee and self-employed, those are where all the taxes go. That's the bulk of the taxes are there on the people who are doing most of the labor and work. So you gotta shift gears and find yourself a way to get out of those tax burdens. Guess what? Having a home-based business is the simplest and easiest way to get into that category of a business owner and start tapping into, and I think Mr. Allen also said this, you tap into Fortune 500 tax deductions and even more without all that overhead and craziness, okay? All right, now here's a big one. Inflation. That silent killing tax. Because our dollars, or our euros, if anybody's watching, our dollars or our euros, or whatever currency you use, is losing purchasing power. Moment by moment, day by day. While we're sitting here, our money in the bank, or wherever you keep it under your mattress, is losing purchasing power. Losing purchasing power over and over. Over and over. The money that you worked for, 40 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours, 80 hours, losing purchasing power. Doesn't buy the same goods and services. Okay, so we gotta fix that. We talked about the problem. How about we talk about some solutions?
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Roslyn, I'm ready. Roslyn's always ready. I love it. So Karatbars International is part of this global solution. It's a gold acquisition, wealth building, and financial freedom and payment system, okay? That's what we're doing. We are saving our money that we want to keep, and we're getting paid to do that. We are getting paid to save our money. We're getting paid to save. Now I have to draw that out because this is the only business model where you get paid to keep your money. I'm passionate about this. So founded in 2011. How old is Karatbars then? 8 years old. It is located right in Germany, right across from Mercedes-Benz. Pretty nice area to be around. Okay? And what we do, small transaction-friendly amounts of gold. This is our CEO. And I'm telling you, Mr. Harold Sykes is at least 15 to 20 years ahead. Way ahead. He's an author. He's featured on many different books. I've met him face to face several times. A lot of people in this room has met him face to face. Ms. Rosrange met him all over the place, including Hong Kong. She's just chasing after him. Just all over. We follow him all over the world. I think right now he's in either Dubai. He's in Dubai right now. He's in Dubai right now. Leverage. He's working on something for you. This is a mission. This is the mission. My mission is to produce the highest quality of gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest Are you guys honest people?
Honest.
Okay, cool. Masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. My goal is that Karamars helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. We're in a system of debt. That system is broken. Oh man, that system is broken. So broken. So Karamars has a solution. Wealth building mindset, and you get to activate the system. Mr. Harold Sykes created a system. It perpetuates wealth. Everything else is a money substitute, okay? Everything else is a money substitute. So we're going to talk about some ways to participate in this amazing business. This business, you are put in the driver's seat. It is a self-directed account.
Directed account.
Who's in control? You are. It's your account. So, step one, follow the advice of these sharp two individuals. Just save and go. Mr. Robert Kiyosaki says it like this: cash is trash.
Wow.
His words, not mine. Cash is trash. So if you're holding on to cash, Mike Maloney has an amazing series called The Hidden Secrets of Money. Watch that tonight. Watch it tonight. The Hidden Secrets of Money. It is on YouTube. It is a 10-part series. The first part of the series, and just to give you a little background, these two gentlemen are amazing financial minds. Mr. Mike Maloney is an economist and has studied monetary history. When you study the past enough, you kind of see trends sometimes. All right? So he went through and just chronologized so many things. And he put it in a video that my 15-year-old son understands.
Wow.
Because he's watched the video. Gotta share the information with our generation. Right? So just save and gold. That's how you can participate. Gold is money. It is. And it's the best form of money. You watch The Hidden Secrets of Money, it will walk you through that. The biggest thing is gold keeps its purchasing power. Thousands and thousands of years of documentation is on that. You don't have to trust my opinion on that. That's a fact. You can't argue with the fact. You can't. Gold is money. Best store of value. So an illustration of that. A car, 60 ounces of gold, 1971. Now, in 2010, 60 ounces of gold. It costs the same with the gold. It costs the same, and you get more. 1 gram of gold in 1971 bought you a few loaves of bread. The dollar around that same time, about the same, almost even. There's some stuff that happened in 1971 you don't want to find out about. But now we fast forward to today. The gram of gold buys more bread. The gram of gold buys more bread. So the purchasing power of the gold helped you. But wait a minute. Did you have to expose that to risk?
No.
What did you do with it? You held it. This is simple. You acquire gold and hold it. It doesn't get exposed to risk.
That's right.
Hide it under your mattress. Hide it in your safe. Hide it wherever you want to. I think some people like to sleep when they're gone. But the U.S. dollar, don't eat the bread that's $1. Don't do it. Guarantee you it's not organic. That's for sure. But that's a simple illustration, right? But some people don't get that illustration. They're like, bread, then I don't get that. So we'll talk about money, right? So $1,000 saved in 1971. Today's value, $165 of purchasing power. See, they're trying to trick us because the money doesn't change in terms of $5, $10. It looks the same. You go to the grocery store and then the Pringles box is a little bit, a little smaller. The chips got a little bit more air. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, we have a good time talking about this because we got a solution, right? So look at this. If you had that same monetary value of gold in 1971, you fast forward to today, and its purchasing power is over $30,000.
Wow.
Yes.
You just held it.
Yes.
It was under the mattress. It was in the safe. You didn't do anything with it. It just sat there and accumulated more purchasing power for you.
Right.
If you do not open a free gold savings account today, I want to say I was going to slap you. I can't say it, right? But I said it indirectly, right? Sorry, I'm taking off the gloves today, man. I'm telling you, we're going to help some people. So with the dollars, you lost over 80%. Well over. With the gold, you increase. So we sing songs about increase. Increase. Get some gold. So this is some of our gold, right? 1 gram, 2.5 gram, 5 gram increments. Karat Bars International is the only place where you can acquire small quantities of gold and actually check out and have it mailed right to you.
That's right.
Nowhere else does that. You can try, but nowhere else does that. They will force you into a contract to buy 500 grams or something like that. I tried. Yeah. Brian's like, but that's what we do. Small transaction-friendly amounts of gold. Everyone can afford. Everyone can afford. This game and this level playing field is there. Harold Sites has done it. These are some of our specialty products. Gold's Worldwide specialty card, right?
Yeah.
You, if you have an LLC, if you're a business owner, I always let my business owners and entrepreneurs know you can advertise with Karat Bars for free. You can get a specialty branding card with your emblem, symbol, and all that on there, and it's a fundraiser where someone actually benefits by getting wealth into their house and not a cake or a pretzel or all that stuff. So I had a fundraiser. I ate those pretzels. And then this is Cash Gold. I love Cash Gold. Love Cash Gold. So Karat Bars is the only place where you can get 1/10 of a gram, 2/10 of a gram, 4/10 of a gram, 6/10 of a gram. Small transaction-friendly amount where you can go get some groceries, go get this, go if it comes down to it. And we'll talk even more about that. But this is beautiful, real money.
Yes. Real money.
And then, I skipped a little bit. That's another one of the 1 gram gold, cash gold. All right, everybody, you got a smartphone. Hopefully you're doing smart things with it. With the Karat Pay, you can do smart things with it. We already have an app. It's on Google and it's on Apple. You can download the app. You can transfer gold from one wallet to another.
Wow.
One of the disadvantages with gold, it was heavy, hard to move around. Solved. Karat Bars solved that a long time ago. Like 8 years ago. But now we have the app where you can use it and you can actually transfer gold back and forth to a vendor, to your friends and family. So think about PayPal for gold. Say it like that. Oh, yes, and you can benefit from that. So that's Karat Pay. Now, I talked about business owners. K-Exchange is you walk up to your barber, you pay him in gold.
All right.
That's it, K-Exchange. Businesses that have signed up throughout the world that take gold as a form of payment. That's it. That's it. Can't get simpler than that. And people are signing up, businesses are signing up all over the world. One of our affiliates over in London, she has actual car driving, she's a teacher, she does that. And she has like little incentives for her students. And they're getting cash gold, they're getting all this stuff. I'm like, man, you know? So K-Exchange, right? So you can save gold and earn income in a free position. Say free position.
Free position.
So anybody could jump in and start earning income, right? So in the free position, and if you want to maximize, you become an affiliate, and you move into selecting a business package. When I sat here not at this location, but about 3 years ago, I went ahead, I jumped in, I got my business package. I had money on my MasterCard the following month. My sponsor's in the middle of the room. I'm not lying. But I went ahead and jumped into VIP, guys, because I wanted to make a change. I knew that it was going to take a sacrifice. I knew it was going to take a change. I'm active in my church. I'm a worship leader. I'm a father to 2 wonderful kids. I have a wonderful wife in the back of the room. And we're just active, busy people. So I knew I had to make that shift and make a sacrifice to make this work, right? So I jumped in at VIP. You can get in at whatever business package you can get in. Because guess what? You can create wealth in any of those business packages. Okay? You upload some documents, they will mail you real gold to your address. Do you want them to mail it to the wrong place? No. So you just take a quick picture of your driver's license or whatever ID you want to use, and then upload some documents that prove where you're at. And the gold in your business package will go to you. You will sign for it via FedEx. We'll talk about that more. And set up your auto exchange. Pay yourself first, or you never get paid. Invite others. Invite. Share great information. And that's what we do. And because we're in a system, it duplicates. Okay? Now I gotta talk about delayed gratification. A lot of people are comfortable going through that school system that we talked about for 4 years, being broke the whole time, not being able to eat Roman noodles, all that other crazy stuff. They have focused in their mind, they're gonna get that degree, they're gonna delay gratification to reach a goal, which is good. So think about the penny doubling every day. This is an illustration of your business. You start off with that 1 penny, and it just starts doubling and doubling and doubling. And in a few days, you can have over $1 million with the penny doubling. So think about that as we start going into talking about your business. That's you. You share this information with a few people. Dan and Cheryl said, oh, cool, man, saving and gold. Save my own money and get paid? Wait. Save my own money and get paid? Oh, okay, I'll do that. And they jump in, they get a business package, and they start sharing with other people. I'm telling you, Walt over here is really excited. You see how Walt is? He's really excited, right? So now you have leverage. You're tapping into a system, a business. And once you start it, the duplication just is going to keep happening. Pam, Larry, John, and it just keeps duplicating. Think about that penny. The penny just doubling. We're just sharing information. And it's just going to keep going and keep going. The benefit of Carrot Bars is there's no levels. No levels. So the activity in their organization, you capitalize off of all of it. And this is a win-win.
Yes.
Everyone's building wealth.
Yes.
It's not lotions, not potions, not pills. When does the gold expire?
Never.
Wait, it never expires?
Never.
So it creates wealth all the time.
Absolutely.
When can you cash in? How soon?
After 30 days.
When you acquire physical gold, you can do 2 things. You can hold it and let it accumulate wealth for you, or if you decide to, you can go to any gold, we buy gold place and
sell it to me.
Here's the reason why he said that.
That's right.
Gold increases in value.
It sure does.
So, if I told you, be ready to buy your gold. And if I told, and that's a good question. That question happens, right? If I told someone, hey, you got this 401k, how can you cash it out real quick? And most of the time, there's penalties and fees and all that stuff, right? But they're holding your own money hostage in a lot of cases, right?
That's right.
But you never think, well, how can I cash in that 401k to do this? That never comes up in your mind because you're thinking about your financial future. So let's try and focus on our financial future. But yes, you can set the goal to a We Buy Gold price, and you don't have that flexibility in 401k. You don't. So it's your account, it's your goal. You can do it what you want. But definitely let Mr. Daco know. He will buy that goal. Like he's serious. Like there's no joking. So here's how the system works. This is a dual team system. If you select to do a business package because you want to create income, you want to tap into that leverage that we've been talking about. You want to tap into business owner and investor that we talked about, and not just being an employee waiting for something to happen that is out of your control. You can go ahead and jump in and get a business package. Okay, everything that happens is based on you got a team. Instead of being by yourself, you have a team, a left team and a right team. You have infinity down. Infinity. No matter who joins the organization, you are creating income and wealth throughout that whole organization. It's not limited. It is not limited. Okay? So, everything in the back office, everything on carrotbars.com has a unit value. 1 gram of gold has 1 unit, and then you go up, so on and so forth. So, those units you can actually tap into. And then each business package comes with a certain amount of units. VIP is 100 units, gold is 50, and so on and so forth. And then, when you have a certain amount of units on one side, 25, and 50 on the other side, you get paid.
Yes.
Dual team payout. DTB, so you'll hear me say DTB. Here's the interesting thing about Carrot Bars. We cannot discuss how much we made. So at times people are like, man, I just had like 3 DTBs. And if you know what their business package is, you're like, I got you. So yeah, so once you learn the compensation plan, you'll be up to date. And then you'll ask me, well, Daniel, how much do you get paid? And then I'll ask you, how much do you want to get paid? And I mean it sincerely. Because if you jump in that VIP, you would get 80 euros, close to $100, about every dual team payout. So whenever there's 50 units on one side, 25 on the other, right? If you do a gold business package, it's about 60 euro. If you do a silver business package, it's about 40 euro. So you get it wherever you fit in. The beautiful thing about our Wealth Builders Worldwide team, we encourage you to do what's best for you and your family. This whole idea is to build wealth for you. So get in where you fit in. But I will encourage you, take immediate action. Take immediate action, okay? I got my VIP package right away. So that means in 3 years, I have never missed any passive income. I've taken immediate action, okay? So I encourage you guys to do the same. But it's a self-directed account. And Mr. Ducko, I think.
I'm sorry, I did that. You're back.
All right, and I have some very sad news. It's so sad. You guys prepare yourselves mentally. You can only get paid out 180,000 times in a week. Now, this gentleman had on his team.
You're on to it.
Hey, there we go. But it's a beautiful thing. We're tapping into leverage in a system where everyone benefits and everyone's building wealth. Everyone's building wealth. It's not a lotion, it's not a potion, it's not a pill. If you, by accident, fill up your garage with gold, you're not going to be mad at your sponsor.
No.
You're not going to be mad at anybody.
No.
You're going to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, how do we get paid? We get paid on a privately issued MasterCard.
Yes.
Okay? So, we would encourage you to take that MasterCard with money on it and spend it. And then keep the goal for savings for your generational wealth.
There you go.
We would encourage you to do that
Yeah.
because we're part of a wealth building system. And our team is so good about getting our minds right and focused on building legacy wealth. My goal is for my kids and my kids' kids.
Yeah.
That's the focus, right? And like I said, self-directed account. But we're gonna advise you in the right way. Now here's another great opportunity is the Gold Coin Bank. So cryptocurrency, Karat Gold, we're actually tapping into the only cryptocurrency that is connected to an asset. The best form of money and the best form of digital money, completely married together. Okay, so we have that with Karat Bars International with Karat Gold. So get back with your sponsor. It is amazing that now we have digital gold, that's physical gold just in a digital format, and we have the actual cryptocurrency that is connected to physical gold. We are serious about connecting and having money that is true money, the best form of money, the best form of money. So that's how you can participate. I want to encourage you guys, the research is done. No one here is a guinea pig. The company started in 2011. You are not a guinea pig. We're not practicing on you. The only thing we're going to show you is how to create wealth.
Right.
Some of our business partners and some of the people have already done the research. So LBMA is the people that help make sure that when gold is delivered, it is delivered on time, the quality is correct, everything is good with the gold. If you lose the accreditation, you can't get it back for an extended period of time. We have that accreditation. And we are doing business actively right now in over 100 countries. Right now. And we talked about that a little bit earlier with Miss Roz Range being in Hong Kong. Myself meeting people from the Bahamas, from Canada. I'm going to say this as bluntly as I know how. You cannot do more research than a country. Okay? So, and I say that slowly and I say it emphatically because I don't want anyone to tell someone who invited them, I gotta do research. Okay? Don't do it. Don't say that. Do not say that. Don't do it. The research is done. Okay? The research is done. Each country investigated Karat Bars. Come on now.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. All right? And then we have a delivery partner. Does a few $1 billion of business every year. Guess who's their biggest account?
We are.
Karat Bars.
Karat Bars. Guess who has a actual station and office inside our office in Stuttgart, Germany? FedEx. Why would they need that? To help send out the gold faster, right? And then here, again, we talk back about our payment partner, MasterCard. What does MasterCard do?
Vet companies.
Vet companies and people. You ain't getting no credit, we get credit. Right? All of that. That's what they do. That's their business. But like I said, you can't do more research than a country. So don't tell her. I said I dropped the mic. And here's another institution. And we don't really talk too much about spiritual things, but you gotta know that the Vatican is a juggernaut in terms of financial, like they're just a juggernaut. So they ordered 100,000 cards. I told you guys you can do fundraising for free with Karat Bars. So the Vatican is tapping into fundraising for free with Vatican. Like, come on, man. Think about this. When was the last time you saw the Pope's picture on an item?
Nothing.
He's not on like a bottle of Coke or nothing? No. He's only on real money. So they ordered 100,000. Guess what happened? We sold them all. Then they ordered another 100,000. Guess what happened to those? Sold them all. Right now, well, actually, I don't know how much longer we'll have that one, but I think it should still be available right now. So that's the third iteration. So about 300,000 of those specialty cards with the Pope's picture on it. You can't do more research than the Vatican. Okay?
Amen.
So when you try and type in Karat Bars in Google and weird things come up, think about this.
There you go.
You're a free moral agent, you can make whatever decision you want. But Carrot Bars is 8 years old, has a track record.
Strong.
It's got a strong track record. Debt-free company. Been doing business all over the world. So, thousands of satisfied customers. When people understand that we have real money, and you can get paid to save real money,
Yes.
it won't be on Google trying to make it less. Okay, so they just have a lack of understanding. And that's what we do. We educate people so that they know what they have in their hands. Okay? So I want to encourage you guys to take immediate action. What's the action to take? It's 1, 2, 3. I love how our Woke of the team makes things simple. I love things that are simple. Save a lot of gold. Why would you want to do that? To create wealth for your family. Get a lot of crypto coins.
Yes.
Why would you want to do that? To create wealth for your family. Tell a lot of people. Why would you want to do that? To help poor people. And then you make a lot of money, guys. That is the action plan, okay? So, like I said, take immediate action. Get whatever business package you can. We borrow for silly stuff.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But yet, when we have a business opportunity in front of us, we're slow to borrow?
Yeah.
What? There's a difference between good debt and bad debt. Good debt puts more money in your pocket. Bad debt is a liability, it just drains you. So wealthy people, what do? They spend all their time getting more assets. And that's why I'm so excited about Carrot Bars International, because it puts everybody in the business side and the investor side of the cash flow quadrant that we talked about earlier. And I don't expect you to do this on your own. You do not have to know this presentation to create income.
Yes.
All you have to do is connect people to an existing system. We're not practicing on you. No practice necessary. You plug them in to whatever resources we have. Free resources. We have free training tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make yourself available for that training. Schedule yourself and make yourself available for that training. 90% or 99%. 99% of what we do is online. Mr. Delka and I were on the phone with a gentleman from Nigeria. Just via WhatsApp. He saw the words free gold savings account in my headline when I emailed him or messaged him. He said, how do I get that? That's it. I didn't say anything fancy to him. I literally was like, hey, how's it going? And then my signature says, free gold savings account. He said, how do I get that? Because he saw those words and he knew those words had value. So he took action. So this is the system. You plug into an existing system. You don't have to know the presentation. We have live webinars throughout the week. We have multiple webinars because we're growing so much. We have one on Monday for the South African team. We have one Friday night for, which team is that on? Is it New Zealand? Did I get it right? So Friday night around 7 p.m. our time is for the New Zealand team. Then for everyone else, kind of United States side, we have Tuesday night and Tuesday night and Thursday night presentations online. 90% of what we do online. 99% of what we do online. So thank you guys for coming out to Kickstart Your Dreams. I've been your presenter for today, Mr. Daniel Higgins. I am pleased to present Carrot Bars to you. I'm going to transfer back